I was very shocked to find out that The Angriest Man in Brooklyn only has a meta score of 21. That's insanely low. May even be the lowest meta score for any Robin Williams film. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's certainly very low. 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Clearly isn't the most well received. And I do have to say that I'm biased. Robin Williams is one of my favourite humans ever to have existed. I've seen every film he's ever done, and with that, I can see that this is not one of his strongest films. Even when it comes to this is a comedy drama, a dramedy, if you like, and the subject matter, I have to say as well, is it's difficult. I may well up during this. I find it very difficult to watch, but for the right reasons. Because this was released in 2014, the year that we lost Robin Williams. I didn't see it until after his death, which made it all the more difficult. And basically it's about this man who is very angry, and played by Robin Williams, of course, Henry Altmann, and he is informed that he has 90 minutes to live. And suddenly he realises that even though he's been angry and pushed everyone away and has not been very accommodating, he now has to, he wants to make amends with people in these 90 minutes. And it's all about him trying to do that and kind of going about how he would do that. Obviously, the moral is easy. You don't know when life's going to be snatched away from you, so don't be angry at people when there's no reason for it. And I think the narrative carries itself very well. I think the development is interesting. The premise certainly piqued my interest, even if Robin hadn't been in this. It's a film that I would have watched if I'd been aware of it, because I think it's a very interesting concept. And the fact that it's a comedy drama, I think it balances the two genres very well. Obviously, if somebody feels they have 90 minutes to live, then that's it's going to be quite difficult, especially when it's Robin Williams. But he does comedy amazingly, and he's very he's I guess a typical grumpy old man in this, but his performance is absolutely fantastic. We have some other great cast in this. Mila Kunis is in this. Peter Dinklage, who is absolutely brilliant. James Earl Jones plays a video store owner. It's very well cast, very well acted. For the most part, we're just following Henry Altmann, and it's his journey and his story, and the character is very fascinating. I think, well, he's an angry protagonist. Will I be able to get on board with him and sympathise? But actually, I think it's very easy to do once you kind of start to see his character development. This is blatant, in-your-face character development, because he goes from being exceptionally angry to realising that he needs to reconcile. But can he do that in 90 minutes? Can you restore however many years of bitterness and anger in this short space of time? It's, as I said, it's hard to watch. It's not Robin's last film. Depending on where in the world you are, his last film is either A Merry Friggin' Christmas, which I think is also called A Merry Christmas Miracle, depending on where you are, and also Boulevard. For me, Boulevard was the last one released in the UK. So for me, Boulevard is his last film, and I haven't discussed that yet because I find it very difficult to. But it's a very I really like this film. I do find it very emotional. But 5.7 out of 10 is, I think reasonable, because as I said, I am quite biased. I do love Robin Williams more than most people in this world, by which I mean I love him more than I love most people. Because he's just my kind of human. But 21 Metascore is disgusting. That's just distasteful, and I don't understand why it would be that low. It's not bad at all. It's a good film. Definitely worth watching. It will make you think. It will make you question your own attitudes. I forgot to say it's directed by Phil Alden Robinson, and it's also based on a film, The 92 Minutes of Mr. Baum, which I think is something I'm going to have to check out to see how it compares. The screenplay for that was written by Assi Dayan, and the screenplay for this one is Daniel Taplitz. Ultimately, it's a very emotional film to watch. The wound was still very fresh when I first watched this, and I guess it always will be. But personally, I don't understand the low score. The Angriest Man in Brooklyn is one that I definitely recommend.